How much faith do you have in Uso at this point and the way he's come along?
No, man, we don't we don't have many others. I better have some faith in him. He's really having a good spring. I think he's learning a lot. I think he certainly has a lot of ability, but I think he's understanding that he's not anywhere near a finished product. And I'm not suggesting that Eli was a finished product, but I can tell you Eli, as I was just telling Wyatt, that he made a lot of plays because he really had played the game with high level understanding of the game and knew where the ball was going to be based on blocking schemes. But I've really been pleased with Uso in terms of his development, in terms of his technique, and also his understanding. But the big thing, as I was saying, was in our room, the guys, now this is the first time since I've been here that we have not had a senior in my room. And so all the guys are juniors or lower. And the cool thing about a guy like Uso you asked about is he's had a year to learn from Eli, which there's no value to that. Handling himself, learning how to play, and having Eli, when I'm not around, I know what Eli's value was. He taught those guys how to conduct themselves, how to handle themselves, how to play, even like little details. So that's kind of where we're at with a guy like Uso. He's really working hard at polishing his craft.
For those that don't know him, how would you describe Javon Banks, your newcomer transfer?
Javon's played a lot of football, and he's played a lot of football at an SEC program. And he certainly has the playmaking abilities, which he has shown. And really smart kid, knows how to play. Like I said, playmaking, very crafty, slick rusher. He's a guy that really has a really high football IQ in terms of understanding where the ball is, based on what the offense gives you.
I'm curious, you talked about this is the first time you don't have a senior.
Yep.
How does that change your role as a coach without a guy like Eli or even D. Henson there?
It's really funny because, I can think of a couple years ago we had those seniors, and they all moved on, and we didn't have any guy coming back who was a returning starter. So in terms of me personally, I know the demands and the standard, if you will, can't change. And so these guys have to live up to the standard. They have to play up to the standard. And like I said, I think Eli and those older guys like Drew Wiley or Timmy Horn, those are the guys that set the standard. And so these guys hopefully will glean on that. But in terms of me and the demands, that will never change. We understand the importance of our jobs. We understand the importance of our position. And, like I always say, we have no defense if we don't have a nose guard. Okay? And so this is really crucial. I realize the importance of it, but in terms of the demands and the standard, that won't change. Thank you.
You got to have some kind of nastiness to play the nose guard position. Are you kind of seeing that now that you've had Uso for a year and you've seen that out of Javon and even Damian? Have you started to see that from those guys?
Those guys, we're talking about Uso, but Damian's had a good spring. There's no way around that. I've always said that D linemen, they better be the toughest guys on your team. Toughness. I'm talking about mental toughness. I'm talking about physical toughness. I'm talking about all the things that encompass toughness. And so it's a different world in there. You're in the middle of the traffic jam all day, every day of your life, every snap. And so you got to know how to play the game and to bring physicality to it, the playmaking and knowledge. It's a big deal. But, all those, Javon is having a good spring. Titus is really improving, getting better. But, I feel like I'm in a good place where we are right now, halfway through spring ball, but we got a lot of work yet to do. And our guys understand that, but I'm hopeful that we can finish spring ball here on a good note, and we can carry it into the summer. But I have all the faith in the world, and the guys in our room will get it done.